Yeah, well, there you go. We back. Give y'all time to find me back on there.
Who's running this world?
Who's running this?
Who's running this world, man?
Oh, the
There's so much
Prince.
confusion in the world today. Who's the author of all this confusion, man?
Yes, it is very much so.
You know?
It is, and that's the whole key. Again, going into what was happening, I had that's a net. So
How do I let her in, Mike?
just open the door.
Stand in front of the door.
Yeah, and see. So I got some people back. All right. All right. Let me see if I can go back on this one and see what happened. Will it run all the way? So I'm gonna do both of these phones gonna be broadcasting. So we gonna see. All right, we back up and running. Give y'all time to get back on. Wow. So as I was saying, what's gonna stop from broadcasting down here, but each one of your faces. That's why I sent for you this morning, Big John, just for that reason. And like I said, Brother Ken beats me. He's oftentimes here way ahead of me. And anybody that know me know I am a timely individual. I love starting everything on time. But the other strange thing that happened recently was dealing with Metro. I pay my bills early, so I don't have interruptions and don't have no problems because I look forward to everything I do on this day. On this day, I make sure everything is taken care of. So when I come before the presence of the Most High, and then I'm coming before y'all, we don't have no hiccups, no problems. So this morning, I did it yesterday. I did it on the 4th, the 5th. I paid my bill on the 2nd. But when I woke up this morning, my phone is cut off. Now, the crazy part about this, right? This is so crazy. I paid twice on the 2nd and a third time on the 4th. So 3 times my bill is paid. But this morning, when I woke up, no service. Now, I don't like doing nothing on this day because it's his day. But I'm like, I got to. I don't have no way of communicating. If anybody rings for me, you can't get in the house. It's through my phone. The service through the phone. Me doing this through the phone. So I got to have the phone on. So I'm telling them, look, check your record. Oh, our records show you ain't paid. I said, well, I got 3 receipts showing I done paid y'all 3 times. Tell me, why is my phone off this morning? I got to teach this morning. I got to send out my messages. I send out hundreds of messages daily. 50 something on messaging and then 40 something plus on Messenger. And some of them that's on Facebook and even you sitting in the room receive those. Brother Ron gets it, I know for sure. Sister Annette gets hers. Sheila, do I still send you?
I think you do.
Okay. So oh, it's okay. But it's certain people that I had your number. I send out a message every morning. It's a scripture. It's saying something about the Most High or how to treat somebody, how to walk or be happy or something positive daily. A daily affirmation. Now, there's a lot of people that don't follow me on Facebook that get these affirmations and they say, oh, I thank God for you because I was just going through something and I read what you posted. To them, a personal message. This is what he has called me to do. You understand what I'm saying? So for that attack that happened spiritually to me, I called a few prayer warriors. But for the last 2 nights, I didn't get no sleep. Communing with Abba to find out what is it he want me to do. He say, boy, get your tail from out of your butt. What you running for? You acting like the prophet when he heard that She was after him, took off running. He said, you ain't no different. You running from a problem. You face your problem. How you going to preach faith and you ain't standing on the faith that you preaching? So I commanded them spirits, be gone. Now, how do I deal from here on out? They be they, I gotta be me. It don't mean I'm gonna stop giving. It don't mean I'm gonna stop blessing. It don't mean I'm gonna stop cooking. It don't mean I'm gonna stop feeding. But with certain people, you just got snipped. Until he repairs the breach, ain't nothing I can do for you. Hell can freeze over. But for Brother Mike, I can't touch you, like Hammer say. Can't touch this. I'm sorry. When it gets to a point where the Father then got to us where he see we got an issue and a problem, I bring it to him. He tells me how to handle it. No, don't stop in here worshiping Brother Mike. They've been trying to stop you since you got in here. There's other that comes in only to talk to y'all, to get y'all to go follow them on a different day. Look, this ain't me. This don't belong to me. This is all about him. Whether you follow me or not, and I'll tell you in a heartbeat, don't follow me.
Amen.
I can't get you nowhere.
Amen.
I can give you a word. I can break down whatever word he give me, or I can let you bring a word. Ain't that right, Brother John? Yeah. What was your lesson? Salvation and what? In the rapture. And whoever missed that lesson last week, I'm telling y'all, the brother brought heat. But the thing is, again, everything that I do, it ain't about Mike. I tell y'all confidently, don't nobody pay me to do this. I don't get a salary. I come out of my own pocket, which I am so blessed to do, to make sure we got something to grub on. And some of y'all do what y'all do. Y'all chip in, y'all buy. I'm not saying, but I can't stop this. This is what he put in Brother Mike. It's birthed in me. You know, like you get pregnant women and you carry that seed for how many months or whatever the term is, and then you deliver the baby. That's what this ministry is for me. I can't abort. It's too late to abort. This is a grown child now. They call that murder. I can't kill what the Father done blessed me to have. He opened up the door. He sent me here. I ain't went out and tried to find this apartment. This apartment found me. I try to figure out how in the world did I come across this place. He did it. And then to find out, as a senior, I was only 59, but they let me come in. They say 55 and older. And then how I got it, the room that I did get, I'm just telling you, I can't share it all, but man, it's blessing on top of blessing. And in order for me to get to here, pre-here, I went through the military, got kicked out the military, bad conduct, discharge military. But he sent me to a program here in Stockton. Oakland didn't do it. Richmond didn't do it. Pittsburgh didn't do it. Antioch didn't do it. None of them counties that I was living in opened up the door, but he said, no, I need you to go back to Stockton. I'm like, I don't want to go back to Stockton. You ain't got a choice. I'm telling you to go to Stockton. I have, like he did for the prophet, prepared you a stingy bird that's going to feed you. That's what he done. He took me to a shelter. I was in the shelter less than 8 days, y'all. Less than 8 days. And then I went to go visit the military veterans place, and the woman said, hey, we got a shelter for veterans. And I said, no, well, I can't get in. I got a bad conduct discharge. He say, if you serve 1 day in the military, don't care what kind of discharge you got, you qualify. Now tell me that ain't the Most High. Huh? Wow. Now watch this. I get into the place. It's September. All of a sudden, I make a connect inside the Army Veterans Place, and man, next thing I know, this brother got me in the office doing these classes, and at the end of the session of the classes, they paid my rent for 9 months.
Amen.
9 months. I had tried to qualify for SSI and any other I that you can get, always denied. All of a sudden, in July of 2018, what happened? You qualified. Nobody but him, y'all. And then this place opened up. All because I choose to try to live as he commanded me to live, to treat you better than I treat my, don't that sound crazy? Treat you better than I treat myself. That almost sounds like an oxymoron. How can you treat somebody better than you? By blessing their socks off.
Sound like it, but it's
all about
it's all good.
doing his will, y'all. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
We're living in a time right now, it has become problematic. And what I mean by that, it ain't about the big church houses. No, it's not. The Father don't care about them big old, you can go there. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying don't go there. He's not interested in the building. He's interested in you. You're the temple. Yeah, he said, if you defile this temple, I will destroy you. He wasn't talking about the temple grounds. He talking about your body. He say, know ye not that your body is the temple of the living God. That's what his word says. Now, before I get too deep more off into this, look, I got to share some word with y'all. It's in one of the books that I know y'all don't have. That's the book of Tobit. But before we go to Tobit, there's something I want to read, if I'm not mistaken. It's in Matthew. Hold on. Bless me, Father. Bless me, Father, for I have forgot. Matthew 10. Thank you. I don't always jot down, but I did this time. Matthew, the 10th chapter. There's something that's going to take place in this book of Matthew that a lot of people, now you do have that, I believe. If you don't have it in your Bible, then you should be able to pull it up on your Bible app. Matthew 10, beginning at verse number 1. It says, and when he had called unto him his 12 disciples, he gave them power over against unclean spirits, to cast them out, to heal all manner of sickness, all manner of disease. Now the name of the 12 apostles are these. The first, Simon, who is called Peter, Andrew his brother, James the son of Zebedee, and John his brother, Big John, Philip and Bartholomew, Thomas and Matthew the publican, James the son of Alphaeus and Lebbaeus, whose surname was Thaddeus, Simon the Canaanite, and Judas Iscariot, who also betrayed him. Excuse me. These 12 Yeshua, Jesus, sent forth and commanded them, saying, listen at what he tell them, go not into the way of the Gentiles. That seemed crazy, huh? He told them, go not into the way of the Gentiles. But he came to save everybody. But he's telling them right here, go not into the way of the Gentile. A Gentile is a person that is not following the will of the Father. Anybody ain't walking like this, he telling them right here, don't go to them. But I'm going to give you where to go to. That's any race, any nationality. Color ain't got nothing to do with this scheme. Anybody that's a Gentile, he's telling them, go not in the way of the Gentile. But you read one of the disciples is a Canaanite. But he is not a Gentile. He's a believer. Whoa, it gets deeper, John. Watch this. Put your snow boots on. He say, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Whoa, hold it. Jesus, are you playing the race card? Are you playing the race card? Huh? He said, don't go full with the Gentiles. But what I want you to do, go to the lost sheep of Israel. Watch. And as ye go, preach saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. What is my topic this morning? The kingdom of heaven is at hand. But wait, he say, look, heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, but cast out devils. Freely you have received, so freely give. Provide neither gold, nor silver, nor brass in your purses, nor scrip for your journey, neither two coats, neither shoes, nor yet staffs. For the workman is worthy of his hire. Now, again, I was saying way before we read all this, you can't pay me. There's no salary. He say, freely you have received. So what you got from me for free, you give it back. But he say, guess what though? A workman is worthy of his hire. If you choose to give me something, there are people on here right now. They blesses me. But I don't ask them to send a dime. I don't have to ask for it. If you don't give me of yours, he gonna send it by somebody else, but you gonna miss your blessing. It's just that plain and simple. We miss our blessings because we don't see the blessing that's before us. So here, Jesus told the disciples first, don't go fool with them Gentiles. But guess what? The Gentiles would have gave them more money than their own people would have. See, when you've been under depression and when you've been hurt in ministry, it's hard for you to reach in your pocket and give to anybody because you've been abused in your giving. I can't take delight in that. Regardless to anybody that hurt me in giving, guess what I do even more? Give even more to show the enemy you can't beat him giving. Here go proof. Anybody in here dead?
No.
Oh, wow.
No. Here I go.
So what gift he gave you today?
The breath of life.
Wow, a gift. He ain't charging you for that.
He gave me that gift early this morning.
Yeah, but here go the problem, y'all. PG&E is charging you for using theirs. Cut your TV on. You ain't even got to plug up your, well, I hope it's plugged up, your refrigerator. When it's cold, you cut your heat on. You're getting charged for that. But this gospel here that I'm slinging this morning, it ain't costing you a dime. Not from Brother Mike.
Nothing.
But from the Father, he requires you to live a certain way.
And pray.
That's your payment. Hold on, sister. That's your payment. That's what you owe him. You owe him for what he has done for you through his son. Cause you to hear his voice and to know his name. Now let's go to Tobit. Oh, well, that's if you got the app. Tobit. And the reason why I want to go to Tobit, because that was something that I seen in Tobit that caused me when I was asking the Father where to go. Look what it says. The book of the words of Tobit, son of Tobiel, the son of Ananiel, the son of Aduel, the son of Gabiel, of the seed of Asiel, of the tribes of Naphtali. Wow, that's a lot of L's, ain't it? See, the thing with the L's is, these are all the hyphenated names of the Creator. El Shaddai, Elohim, El Sadiq, meaning God, who is whatever. Olam, everlasting. Shalom, El Shalom, your peace. God who is your peace. He said, if you ain't got peace, to do what? Ask. He said, who in the time of Enemessar, king of the Assyrians, was led captive out of Thebes, which is the right hand of that city, which is called properly Naphtali in Galilee over Asher. These are the tribes, remember? The tribe of Naphtali. How many tribes is it?
12 tribes.
12 tribes. The tribe of Reuben, Dan, Gad, Manasseh, Judah, Levi. Come on.
Asher,
Come on, Big John. I know you know him. See what I'm saying? These are his peoples, y'all. He say, and when I was come in my own country, in the land of Israel, being but young, all the tribe of Naphtali, my father, fell from the house of Jerusalem. You're the children of Israel, but you have fallen. You still his, but you have fallen. That puts you in the category of a Gentile. But you still his. Go not in the way of the Gentile. We're going to get somewhere. Watch this. He say, which were chosen out of all the tribes of Israel, that all the tribes should sacrifice there, where the temple of the habitation of the Most High was consecrated and built for all ages. Now, that sounds real deep. The temple that was built in Jerusalem supposed to have been built for all ages. But if you did any reading or any research or any studies, you know that what happened to the temple?
Destroy.
Oh, how many times?
several times, several times.
Huh?
Twice.
The temple has utterly been destroyed twice. But he just said it was designed to be built forever. Why? Because in this temple dwelt the Most High. He was there in the beginning. He would come down in the thick of the smoke and commune. But because of sin, he, like Elvis, what Elvis do? Huh? Come on, no. He also, the other one, he left Elvis has, Elvis has left the building. Yeah, but that's what happened with the Spirit of the Most High. Because of sin, he left the building. He was no longer more interested in that temple no more. That's why Yeshua said, tear this temple down in 3 days, I'm going to build it back up. They say, wait a minute. You telling me this temple took 40-something years to build, and you're going to build it back in 3 days? He wasn't talking about that building. He was talking about his temple. You are the temple. God ain't crazy about the building. If he was crazy about the temple, he wouldn't have let it get destroyed twice. Watch this. 5th verse. Now all the tribes which together revolted. Oh, these are the children of the Most High. And he said right here, now all the tribes which together revolted in the house of my father, Naphtali, sacrifice unto the idol, the heifer, the cow, the bull called Baal. Isn't that reminiscent to them coming out of Egypt when they were compassed about in the wilderness? And they say, hey, we don't know where this dude Moses is. So let's build us a what?
Golden, yeah.
Mm.
To be their God. Their God.
And this is what these people doing again. They did it before. Now you understand, when you don't stop doing something, you will repeat it again. When you don't know where you come from, this is why he's revealing to us in the last days who we really are. When you really understand you belong to him, you ain't go out, no offer, no sacrifice to no golden calf. These is his chosen people. Walked with him, talked with him, slept with him, building a doggone golden calf. Not by themselves. Each one of the tribes, it says, together. 6th verse. But I alone, wait a minute. Listen to what this dude say. But I alone went often to Jerusalem at the feast, as it was ordained unto all the people of Israel by an everlasting decree. Do an everlasting decree mean it's only until Jesus comes, he dies, and he's rose up again? That's back in 33 AD. An everlasting decree, do that mean that the water that God spoke to and said, you can't pass this decree, do it mean it stopped after he created everything? Or do the everlasting decree that he told the sun to hang up in the sky end it in creation? An everlasting decree, people, please hear this. An everlasting decree is just like it sounds. An everlasting decree. As long as that temple was standing, they were decreed to go to that temple during certain feast days. Ain't no getting out of that. You got to go there. That's why when Yeshua, Jesus, met the young Samaritan woman, remember her at the well? He asked for some water. And she said, we ain't got no dealings with one another. You being a Jew and I'm a Gentile. She said, in this mountain is where we ought to worship. And he said, no, little sis, not in this mountain, nor in Jerusalem. Why? The Father is a spirit. They that worship him. You can't do it in this thing right here, flesh. He said, they that worship him can only worship him. How? Boom. There you go. Double whammy. I'm almost through. Verse number 7. The first 10th part of, no. Wait. Back up. I alone went during the feast as it was ordained unto all the people of Israel by an everlasting decree. I'm sorry. Here you go. Having the first fruits in tents. See, we don't get like this in church no more. Watch what he say. This would piss off a whole lot of people in church to the point they'll never go back. Watch what he say. He says the first fruits, and then tents of increase, with that which was first shorn, and then gave I at the altar to the priests of the children of Aaron. The first 10th part of all increase I gave to the sons of Aaron who ministered at Jerusalem. Another 10th part I sold away and went and spent it every year at Jerusalem. In the third I gave unto them to whom it was supposed to go to.
Hallelujah. Yeah.
Now that's talking about giving. Preachers start preaching on tithes, they lock the door. It's time to go. He just want my money. I ain't asking you for a doggone dime. If the Father don't bless you to give, it ain't gonna do me no good because it's cursed anyway. Now watch this. He say, furthermore, but I kept myself from eating. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't skip. Every year. Oh, I'm on verse 8. I'm sorry. The third I gave unto them who was meat. As Deborah, my father's mother, had commanded me because I was left an orphan by my father. Deborah, one of the righteous judges that live, and that's for you brothers that you still teaching that a woman ought to keep silent. Well, here go that folly. Deborah was a judge over Israel. That means she had authority over men. Now she trained up this boy, Tobit, in how to give. Cause his daddy cut out when he saw he was handicapped, retarded, or slow. You know how you daddies are. Yeah, you know the saying, mama's baby. He don't look like me. Daddy's maybe. I'm out. Deuces, chick.
Don't want to deal with it.
Yeah, you left to raise them by yourself. Closing. Verse 9. Furthermore, when I was come at the age of a man, I married Anna of my own kindred. Now they call that what? Incest today, huh?
Yep. Oh, wow.
Yeah, but the father allowed it.
Oh.
And of her I begat Tobias. Watch this. And when we were carried away captives to Nineveh, all my brethren and those that were of my kindred did eat of the bread of the Gentiles. You commanded don't fool with them Gentiles. Now they eating their bread. But I kept myself from eating. Wow. We have an excuse, and I'm done. And I know some of you ain't going to want to hear this right now.
I want to hear it.
This time of the year, we like making this dish. That you throw everything in it. Them shrimp,
Jumbo?
them crabs, all that seafood. That's the food of the Gentiles. You know, I didn't say, now I ain't never tried this one, but I remember growing up, once upon a time, I said I would eat anything. And I just about have eaten
Mostly.
a gang of stuff. You, if I mention it right now, you probably throw up.
Mostly.
Nope.
I
Because but I would have to clean up this flow. So no, I can't mention it. But there's some stuff that'll make your head spin. One of the things that I was eyeing at one time, I wanted to know, you know, the little dormice.
What?
Yeah, they're a delicatessen in that other country. See what I'm saying? I lived in Switzerland. I lived in Germany. I visited other nations. I ate the fish raw.
Want to buy it?
No, yeah. I ate a whole lot of other stuff. So I'm saying, though, when you don't know who you are and where you came from, because it's commanded of us, and there's them people that teach, long as you pray over it, you can bless it and it's all good. Well, I got a trick for you. A snake is a snake. I don't care how much you bless him, he's still going to crawl on his belly as a snake
Yeah.
because of what he done. The Father cursed the snake to be a snake. He ain't changing.
No.
The same way with the pig is a pig. Unclean cow, sow. It don't change because you bless it. Yeah, I'm talking about you pig feet eaters. As my brother Malcolm X would call you, you ain't nothing but some gut eaters. Brother Malcolm had a way with some words. Gut eaters. He say you a gut eater. Pig ears, pig feet, the nose. I done ate the brain. Everything on the pig that can be eaten, I ate it.
Well, what about when Jesus
Uh.
gave Peter that sheet that came out from heaven?
Okay.
And there were things on there
That what did Peter say?
I can't recall what he said, but there were things on that sheet that well, Peter said, I don't eat that.
Uh-huh.
You did?
Yeah.
Jesus said, I sanctified it to be good.
Uh-uh.
So what I sanctified to be good, you can eat.
I'm gonna get it for you, Brother Ron.
Okay.
We're gonna go read that. Okay. It's in 1 Corinthians 10 and 14. 1 Corinthians 10, 14. It's okay.
Because I'm on research.
Oh, yeah. When you get a chance, go back and start at the first verse.
Yeah,
But-
let me hear
but-
what you got to say, though.
Oh, wait a minute. Did I say Corinthians? No. Okay, I'm seeing things. Acts, I'm sorry. I knew something was wrong. Like, wait a minute, Corinthians is Acts 10, the book of Acts. Because this leads into verses 44 and 48 where he commanded them to be baptized in the name of the Lord and they get some. But you start at that first verse.
Okay, but we're talking about
Yeah.
things that you can
No. This is leading to, that's why you got to read the first verse to get to the ending of verse 48. But 14 is the in between. Well, you know what? I'm going to bless you. Start at the first verse. So with all you're getting, get understanding. Look what it says. There was a certain man in Caesarea called Cornelius, a centurion of the band called the Italian band, a devout man, one that feared God with all his house, which gave much alms to the people and prayed to God always. He saw in a vision, evidently about the 9th hour of the day, angel coming to him saying unto him, Cornelius. And when he looked on him, he was afraid and said, what is it, Lord? He said unto him, thy prayers and thy alms are come up for me a memorial before God. Now send men to Joppa, call for one Simon, whose surname is Peter. He's lodged with one Simon a tanner, who housed by the seaside. He shall tell thee what thou oughtest to do. And when the angel which spoke unto Cornelius was departed, he called 2 of his household servants and a devout soldier of them that waited on him continually. When he had declared all these things unto them, he sent them to Joppa. On the morrow, as they went on their journey, drew nigh unto the city, Peter went up upon the housetop to pray about the 6th hour. Now, it looked like both of them praying at the same time, but it's different things going on at the same time. This boy prays, he gets an answer. Now, Peter is supposed to go up and go pray. It says to pray about the 6th hour. And he became very hungry, would have eaten, but while they made ready, he fell into a trance. He saw heaven open and a certain vessel descending unto him, as it had been a great sheet knit at the 4 corners, and it was let down to the earth. Here it is. Wherein were all manner of 4-footed beasts of the earth, wild beasts, creeping things, fowls of the air. And there came a voice to him, rise, Peter, kill and eat. But Peter said, no, not so, Lord, for I have never eaten anything that is common or unclean. Here we go. And the voice spake unto him again the 2nd time, what God hath cleansed, that call thou not common. This was done 3 times, and the vessel was received up again into heaven. Watch this. Now, while Peter doubted in himself what this vision which he had seen should mean, behold, the men which were sent from Cornelius had made inquiry for Simon's house, and stood before the gate, called and asked whether Simon, which surnamed Peter, were lodged there. While Peter thought on the vision, the Spirit said unto him, behold, 3 men seek thee. Arise, therefore, get thee down, go with them, doubting nothing, for I have sent them. This is God saying, I sent them 3 dudes from Cornelius' house for a reason. Then Peter went down to the men which were sent unto him from Cornelius, and said, behold, I am he who you seek. What is the cause wherefore ye are come? They said, Cornelius, the centurion, a just man, and one that feareth God, one of good report among all the nation of the Jews, was warned from God by an holy angel to send for thee into this house, and to hear words of thee. Then called he them in, and lodged them. And on the morrow Peter went away with them, and certain brethren from Joppa accompanied him. On the morrow, after they entered into Caesarea, and Cornelius waited for them, he called together his kinsmen and near friends. As Peter was coming in, Cornelius met him, fell down at his feet, and worshiped him. But Peter took him up, saying, stand up, I myself also am a man. And as he talked with him, he went in and found many that were come together. He said unto them, you know how that it is unlawful thing for a man that is a Jew to keep company or come unto any one of another nation. But God have showed me that I should not call any man common or unclean. That's what the whole thing about the sheep was about.
Okay,
He called them men.
I didn't get that, man.
Okay.
Because we were talking about
Food.
that
Yes.
we eat.
Yes.
And so
That sheep that was let down.
This relates to even Muslims because of those demons were cast into swine,
Yeah.
right? Because if we would take the old and go to the Old Testament
Mhm.
and the Quran, they kind of match up,
Of course.
you know.
Because
so,
those are our kinfolk.
Okay, but again, there was food in the beginning that.
That came down on a sheep.
No,
And-
what I'm saying, it was food in the beginning that Hebrews did not eat,
Still don't eat.
still don't eat.
Of rock.
But point being that Jesus showed, hey, okay, now you can eat.
No.
You just
That's what
read
the
it.
story. No.
You just read it.
That whole story isn't about food. That's where people get it confused. He wasn't talking about food. He showed him a congregation of people that were not of the same nationality. They were Gentiles. And he says, Peter say, you know it's unlawful for me being a Jew to be around anybody else that ain't one of mine. He said, but God told me not to call anything unclean or uncommon.
Now, for
That was
me-
the whole
for me,
gist.
My issue with that is those 12 were given instructions not to go to the Gentiles.
Uh-huh.
And so
Now he's an apostle.
now God is bigger than what we think.
Yeah, he's an apostle now.
No, but my point is
Uh-huh.
they were given firm instructions not to go
As
to the
disciples. Correct.
Now, God had a plan for Paul.
Yes.
He was going to use him to go there because everybody can't go into places.
Right. But see, that's getting off the text. But let me close and then we can finish that up, Brother Ron. Let me just close out from here. There you go. Blinking off and on again. Look, I want to thank each and every one of you that have sat in on today. We thank you for the word that have gone forth. Bless each and every one of you that are present in here today. The kind and gracious Father, Abba Yah, as we get ready to close, we pray that we do not lose sight on who you are, that you will continue to lead and guide us, shielding and protecting us from hurt, harm, and danger, but most of all, keeping us, every last one of us, in the center of your will. We will be careful to give you the glory. We give you honor, for the praise is already thine. This we ask in the matchless name of your only begotten, Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus called Christ. With that, sisters and brothers, be blessed. Stay safe, stay in the race, stay in the face, but most of all,
Stay in the race.
stay in his face. Peace and blessings. Shalom. Okay, close. God.
I guess we can sit down at the table and chop this up.
Yeah,
man.
chop. Look at it.